It's good to be up north. I guess I should help her cut them, huh?
I don't know where to
Just get the biggest, cleanest ones. We'll leave the rest for the forest.
I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere. We're gonna fill up.
Well, and I can step on it. There is a bunch.
And here's some over here, but I'm gonna step back.
And this is coyote poo. Disgusting. Whole bunch of black trumpets everywhere. This is what we came for.
I just want to point out that Dawn has walked through here, and now I have to double check where she mushroom hunts.
Ah,
Look at how hard these things are to spot. Look at this hen. Look at this beautiful north country hen. Now that is gonna get eaten really soon. Hen of the woods. Grypholia frondosa. Look at that beauty. Oh, it smells. I could smell it. It is fresh. Awesome. Let's see how many more times I can out mushroom hunt Dawn before the day's over.
give me a break. Dead man's fingers. Woodpecker's been busy. Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make acorn squash over a campfire. It's really simple. All you really need is some water. And you pour just a little bit of water to cover the bottom. The table's tilted here. And then you take your acorn squash after you split it in half and clean it out. You just put it upside down in your pan, like so. And we're going to add a little bit more water. There we go. And we just put it over the fire. And you cook it till it gets real soft on the inside. And then after that, you flip it over, add brown sugar and some butter, let it melt, and you're good to go.
Campfire talk. Some of the odd things that I have talked about around the campfire. Bigfoot. Do I believe in Bigfoot? In 1902, the scientific community had basically, I'm going to paint this my own way. The scientific community basically denied the fact that there were giant chimpanzees. That's my word. Until someone decided to take a silverback and slap it on the desk, proverbial desk of science, and say, giant chimpanzee. Before that, science said we did not have any fossil evidence, nor did we have a body or any real data to say that they existed. If we look at the biodiversity on the planet right now, and we go back to the age of dinosaurs and we look at the fossils that we have, and let's say a 20 million year gap, we have less than 1% of that biodiversity and fossil evidence. If we go to today, we have even less than that as far as fossil evidence goes. Science is doing some wonderful things right now concerning DNA and the cataloging of DNA on the planet. So rather than say I do or do not believe in Bigfoot, I will say I have never seen Bigfoot or any bipedal hairy person or being. But I will say that if Bigfoot was in a court of law right now, there is enough evidence to get him convicted for being Bigfoot. The other interesting thing is it is illegal in the state of Washington to molest, harm, maim, or in any way injure Bigfoot. I think that that should be the law in every state. So legally, in the state of Washington, there is Bigfoot. So you can say you believe in Bigfoot and then quote Washington law and no one can say anything. Next campfire talk will be aliens. Dawn squash.
It has lots of butter and brown sugar in it. And you just cook it until it's soft in the middle. Just like so.
We'll see if I don't die during the night. Wanted to show you guys a mushroom that got me. About 20 years ago, this mushroom got me. I've been finding them, and I found them for several years, and would take some home and do spore prints and look them up in books. And once I knew I had the mushroom, I picked a few and threw them in the refrigerator, made sure I had the right mushroom, fried up 3 or 4 of them and ate them, and was in the bathroom for about 2 days straight. So I did more research and found out I definitely had the right mushroom, and then I discovered in one book that I was using, they were listed as edible, and then in my other book it said that these were poisonous. So don't eat this mushroom.
One-lane bridge in the middle of nowhere over the Manistee River. Look at this pretty path that we found.
This is the Amanita muscaria group. It's probably, this and its relatives, one of the most painted mushrooms in history. This is definitely a mushroom you should know as far as poisonous mushrooms go. This whole group. And parts of northern Europe, this is beautiful, beautiful red. There's another one that people call yellow patches. Looks a little bit like this, but this is part of the group of the Anamitas that you should know all of them. I think they're beautiful. There's another one behind Dawn she should probably put in the GoPro, because they're one of the prettiest mushrooms in the woods, in my opinion. But definitely noteworthy. Definitely one that you should learn. Easy to identify. There's a vulva sac underneath that it pops out of. They're a do not eat mushroom. Let's find some more. See how I'm palming it right here?
Yeah.
I'm letting it run when it pulls.
So you caught the one
See
laying
how
on
I'm
the
palming
bed.
it? And it's off. Good video of me losing a fish.
I can see it moving.
And it's gone.
Aw.
Fish off.
No, what the? Oh my God.
Dawn's got her first king hook up.
Okay, I just learned to
We only got a little bit of footage of the salmon fishing. What happened on our second day was we looked for mushrooms for a while, then we got rained out. We didn't find any. We found some non-eaters. So we went to the Betsy River where I found a king salmon that had gotten lodged in the rocks, and when I was releasing him I fell in. You don't get to see that footage. The river is cold. And I got dried up, and Dawn and I went to the Pierre Marquette River, and she got to salmon fish for the first time. There's only a little bit of footage because we don't know how to film after dark. Dawn got to hook several fish. She didn't get to land any. We ended up with 2 king salmon to bring home and went back to camp about 11:30 that night. It was a good, fun night. Really good, fun night. Rained on us the whole time. Thank goodness for waders and coats. I got kind of a neat one for you. It's an average mushroom, but look at how hard this is to spot amongst these leaves. I got an aspen tree beside me, but this species of mushroom, which they call the chicken fat soleus mushroom, is a bolete, and it's associated with white pine, which there happens to be a white pine within just a few feet of here. What makes me know it's a chicken fat is it's got a viscid top, and you see these red streaks. Underneath there'll be pores, and this is an old one, not gills. And to properly eat this mushroom, which is average tasting at best, you would cut it in half and you would peel the tubes away from the cap. and then you would fry up just the cap. That's how you eat a chicken fat. These are just average tasting mushrooms, and I found that they taste better after you dehydrate them. But I wanted to show you guys that. Chicken fat soleus, associated with white pine. They can get that big around. Usually there's large blooms, and there's a few in here that are old. You can see because they're not yellow. There's one right there in the grass. These are too old for me to eat. I just wanted to show you guys. Back to hunting. This is my favorite puffball. The pear-shaped puffball. It's a lipodermal. It has a pear color. Of course, it's got to be white on the inside. But of all the puffballs, this one is my favorite. I like it. It isn't big. The texture is different than the rest of them. And the flavor is very sweet. This one, of course, is pure white on the inside. Mostly I find them on wood. They're pear-shaped, kind of. They definitely got a pear color. Now when they get old, they're going to turn yellow and then brown on the inside, and then they'll shoot spores like any puffball. But these are the tastiest in my opinion. And I am going to show you a puffball recipe for a giant puffball. On to the next. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed making it. We did have a lot of good fun. The mushroom culmination was we found about 4 pounds, or kept about 4 pounds of shrimp of the woods, because I don't know how to store it. I know you can freeze it, but I don't like how they turn out after they come out of the freezer, so we only took about 4 pounds. We could have picked triple that. There was a lot of shrimp of the woods to be found in northern Michigan. We found one hen and several others that were picked just hours, if not a day before us. So some other mushroom hunter beat us. We found a beautiful lion's mane mushroom that weighed in at almost 2.5 pounds. Found about a pound of black trumpets, which was nice, and the rain on the second day just kind of squashed that. We found pear-shaped puffballs and brick caps. We got about 2 pounds of the pear-shaped puffballs, which you can't really store them. If you freeze them, it makes everything in your freezer smell like puffballs. The brick caps, I don't know how to store them either, so we got a lot of mushrooms to eat. Anyway, safe foraging, everybody.